Hi everyone, happy Monday. I am Radhika. Welcome back to DataZad. Today we are going to be solving Workout Wednesday 2022 Week 28 challenge, which is around creating error bars, and we are going to be recreating this dashboard. So without further ado, let's jump into our Power BI desktop. Data for today's challenge comes from a GitHub repository, so we will need to use a web connector. I have already copied the link of the GitHub repository from the challenge. So I'm clicking on the web connector in get data. I'll put the URL here and click on OK. And when I do that, Power BI will try to fetch the data from the GitHub repository. Now this is the data. Let's first transform the data so that Power Query Editor opens up. And in Power Query Editor, we first need to rename the columns, remove any values. That's what's mentioned in the challenge. So let's first rename all of these columns. I'll do that quickly. Now we don't need all these columns, but because in the challenge it is mentioned that we need to remove NA values, what I'm going to do is I'll find these NA values. So like in sleep REM we have NA values. So this is a number column. So first let us replace the NA values with 0 so that then we can convert it to a proper data type. So NA to 0, click on OK, and then I'll convert this into a decimal data type. Then again for sleep cycle, there are NA values. So I'll right click and click on replace values. I'll type in value to find is NA and we'll replace it by 0 and click on OK. And then we'll convert this into a decimal data type. Then awake, this doesn't seem to have any NA values. So let's leave it as is. For brain weight, let's again choose replace values. And the value to find is NA and we need to replace it by 0 and click on OK. And then I'll again click on the data type and change it to decimal number. Then lastly for this one, for body weight, there are no NA, so I'll leave it as is. Now that all of this is done, I'll go to close and apply so that we can apply these changes and get the data into Power BI desktop. Now we need to create two measures, and for that I'm going to create a new table using enter data option and call this key measures, and I'll load this. And the first measure that I'm going to create is the minimum sleep. So I'll right click on key measures table and click on new measures. And I will call this minimum sleep. That will be equal to minimum of the sleep total column from the M sleep table. Then similarly, I need to create max sleep. So I'll create max sleep that will be equal to max, uh, max sleep that will be equal to max of the sleep column, sleep total column. Now we need to group animals into four different categories according to their body weight. So first will be small, then medium, then large, and then extra large. So for that, I will right click on body weight and then click on new group. And now we can't do it via bins because it doesn't allow us to give these divide these animals into four different groups. So what I'll do is I'll just rename this as groups, and I'll do it via list, and I'm going to combine all the animals till their weight is 100 kg into first group, and I'll group this and I'll call this small. Then the rest of them from 100 kgs to 500 kg, I'll group them as medium, 500 to 1000 as large, and above 1000 as extra large. So now we have created four groups on the basis of weight. And now I'll click on OK. Now let us get a bar chart. So I'll choose this column chart. And first we will get the body weight groups on x axis. And on y axis, I will get the sleep total. But we need to get the average of it. So I'll change the summarization to average. Now I will just go here, sort axis, and we need to sort it by body weight groups. Now that this is done, I'll just copy this and paste it here because we only need to change the x-axis here. So instead of body weight, we will get the type of the animal here. So if it is insectivorous, omnivorous, so according to the type. And again, in here, I'll go into axis and sort it by what type of animal it is. And then again going into sort axis and sorting ascending, so carnivore, herbivore, insectivore. We don't want this NA value, so I'll go into wars and select all and untick the NA checkbox. Now we need to put error bars here, and for error bars I'll go into the formatting pane and I'll turn on the error bars from here, so enable it. And on upper bound we need the max sleep measure that we have created, and on lower bound we need the min sleep measure that we have created, and it's going to show up like these error bars. Similarly here also I will get the max sleep on upper bound and min sleep on lower bound, and we will need to enable it so that we can see these error bars here. In here we can just turn off the x-axis title because we don't need that, and similarly here also we can turn the x-axis title off, and we can change the titles as well. So I will put the title here as sleep habits by size, and here I will put the title as sleep habit by feeding type. And that's it for the challenge. I hope you have learned something new from this one. If you like the content, then please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.